What's up, y'all? Got a banger from Men Only. Let's get straight into it.
So there's a lot going around on TikTok about Trump changing tax laws, and therefore, if you pay child support, you have the right to claim a child on the child tax credit, et cetera, et cetera. And while that is mind-blowing...
Chad, do you agree with that? The whole change of if you pay child support, you get to claim the child on your taxes? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Like, just because you pay child support doesn't mean you should get the right to claim the child, because your child support is probably actually a discount in all reality for not being the primary parent, because the primary parent pays for a lot more than what your child support is paying for. But that's a whole nother post, another conversation. But I'm pretty sure you can go ahead and get an IP pin from the IRS for your dependent, so that essentially you need that to file and claim them, and therefore the child support parent can't do that. So something to consider, something I plan on doing myself.
This woman...
Maybe this actually encourages women to stay with their men instead of becoming single mom. Fatherless homes are the reasons we have the majority of the degeneracy right now in the world. So maybe this is another incentive to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I should stay with my man so I could write my child off. I know it's pretty horrible to think that way, but maybe this sways them in that way.
Oh, Trump is trying to pass a new law where fathers or the parent who's paying the child support will be the one who can declare the child on their taxes. This means any single fathers, single mothers who are getting child support payments, the one receiving the payments, will not be able to declare the kids on the taxes. The ones who are receiving the payments, who are paying the payments, can declare the kids on their taxes. Now, I know a lot of single mothers who do a lot of work, but at this point, do you think it'd be more fair if both parents can just split it as far as the taxes are concerned? Or should fathers be able to claim the kids on the taxes? That's exactly why I have a comment section, and I'd like to hear from you.
Here's the thing. Fathers...
What was that? Hit him with the thunder? I haven't given this a ton of thought. I'll be honest. So I don't really know. I don't really know what I think. It makes more sense for the primary parent to have it because they're probably spending more money. Because most of the time when you do pay child support, it's only 20% of your income. I'm very much so on logic here. So, why would we give a child tax credit to the parent that's paying child support? Maybe there's an ulterior motive here for Trump. Maybe he's trying to do something that, I can't read between the lines on this one, but I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I don't know which one. He's only paying 20% of his income, and more than likely the single mom or the mother of the child isn't, or is paying probably more. But I don't know. I think if you're paying, though, maybe like if you're paying the child support, plus you're paying for like health insurance and you have visitation and things like that, maybe, because it's, I don't know. I like I said, I haven't thought about this a lot.
Who gets to claim the child on the taxes? Let's talk about it, because I've been getting tagged in all of the videos discussing this alleged proposal that Trump tweeted that basically said if you're the parent that is paying child support, that you will by default get to claim the child on the taxes every single year. And so let's preface this video by saying it is merely a tweet, it is merely a proposal, it is merely something that Trump may be seeking to introduce as he assumes the presidency. In other words, it is not current law. So let's talk about what is law. Right now, federal law says that the custodial parent that has the child the majority of the time throughout the year is the parent that gets to claim the child on the taxes every single year.
That actually makes more sense to me, because the primary parent's probably spending more money on the child, and the child support's probably being split between, sadly, the mom and the child. So I don't know.
What does that mean here in Texas if you have a court order that says you and your co-parent are going to take turns claiming the child on your taxes? So maybe y'all are going to alternate years. If he decides to claim the child on a year that is technically your year, it's not like the IRS is going to go reading your divorce decree and saying, you know what, you're right. Like, it was actually mom's year, but dad claimed. And so if anything, it's the IRS, right? You may have a contractual claim against him in civil court, but federal law is federal law, and federal law says that right now the primary parent gets to claim the child every every single year. In other words, you know that I represent a lot of moms, and so it's not uncommon to see the mom be the primary parent, and sometimes they'll say, well, I want to claim the child every single year, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to stay silent as to that issue because federal law is already in your favor. Absent an agreement in your order, absent any other language in your order that says otherwise, primary parent gets to claim the child on their taxes every single year as of right now. That's not to say that Trump wouldn't be actually seeking to introduce this new proposal that says the parent paying child support would be the one to claim every single year. And so if this law actually does take into effect, consult with a lawyer near you because there's a chance that even if it did take into effect, it would not supersede the contractual agreement that you have in your court order that says y'all are going to alternate years. If your order is silent as to, who gets to claim the child on your taxes, then it could affect you. So always consult with an attorney. This is not legal advice. I just wanted to clear the air and say that this is not new law that has taken into effect. So everybody stop freaking out. I will post updates as the story develops.
Here's the thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, we'll see if it actually goes through. Like I said, I'm a little bit like on the fence. I don't really know. Y'all know me. I'm not big into politics. I'm not big into policy. I'm more big into just relationships. I just thought this was very interesting.
System in our country needs reform, and it is only day one in
Bro, this lady always putting her logo on there like somebody cares, bro. The manicured mom. You don't need to slap your logo on that.
Office, and Donald Trump has signed an executive order called the Child Support Reform Act, in which he is making changes at a federal level to the child support system. Is this executive order perfect? No. Does it solve everything? No. But it does more to help fathers or child support payers, which are predominantly fathers, than any other federal act has done in years. Part one is
okay. Well, I mean, that's good to know. I'm all about helping men.
Income-based adjustment so that child support is more closely aligned with an individual income. So those individuals that are low income payers will suffer less of the financial burden. Part two will cap arrears. So those that fall behind on child support, there'll be a cap on the amount of interest that can be applied to keep them from going into insurmountable debt. Part three is compliance incentives. So those individuals that consistently meet their child support demands, they'll be able to apply for tax relief and benefits. The three previous parts of the executive order benefited the child support payers. So in a lot of cases, the fathers. But the fourth and final part benefits the acceptor or the receiver of the child support, and it is streamlined in enforcement so that it'll make it easier for those receiving child support to collect it through an automated system. In addition to this executive order, Trump is now making it so that the individual that is paying the child support is the individual that gets to claim the child on their taxes, meaning that whoever pays gets the child tax credit, which is how it should have always been. If you're paying a lot of money to the other person, why should you not reap the child tax benefits when they don't have to pay taxes on that child support? This is just a start, because when's
people ain't got to pay taxes on child support? News to me.
the last time you saw conversations happening at a federal level regarding the child support system or the child custody system? I can't remember a time it's ever happened, but this means that now there's a stage. Now there's a place that we can go and get rid of the corruption in the family court, that we can start addressing the problems within the child support system. It starts small for it to get big, and we've got a starting point now. This is a good future for a lot of dads out there, and some moms that are also assessed with paying child support.
Right now.
I mean, hey, I applaud her. See, I'm sitting here learning just as much as you guys. I thought that child support was taxed just like everything else, which is kind of wild to me. I don't know why I thought that, but it's just my own ignorance. It just goes to show you how much I don't know about policy and laws and legislation. And with that being said, we'll be right back.
I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, They're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today.
Talk about the Trump and child support. Let me tell you that no one should be claiming dependence if you're not caring for that child. If you're not physically waking up every day to get that child ready for school, taking them to school, going shopping, cooking for them, bathing them, getting their clothes ready, washing their clothes, folding their clothes.
Is it bad that I don't have sympathy for that? Because that's what you should be doing as a parent. Like all that, she's saying all this stuff like it's like an extracurricular, or like she should get a pat on the back. It's like you're doing what you should do as a parent.
Attending school things, doctor things, taking them to haircuts or hair dones, or you catch my drift. If it's not just about financial support, it's about physically being there. And if you're not sharing that responsibility, you should not be claiming dependence. That is what separates the two. And people forget that there's a lot of mothers who don't do this, and the fathers take, and step up and do this. They're the main provider for the child, and the mothers are absent parent. And there's also grandparents, aunts, so on and so forth, who take the responsibility of other parents. If they're taking care physically of this child, they're the ones that should be claiming these dependents, not just support, not just financial support. It takes more than that. And if you're a parent, a single parent, you understand that it's not just about finances when it comes to taking care of your child. It's the disrespect and the audacity for me.
Here's the thing.
I mean, I don't know. I don't feel bad for her. It just sounds like you're doing what a mom should do. I mean, is that bad for me? Is that shallow for saying that? I mean, I don't know. Like, you're doing exactly what a mom should do. Take care of your child, take them to school, take them to the doctor, things like that. Oh, this chick is hilarious.
I don't know if y'all have heard about it yet or not, but baby, my baby daddy just sent me a message, y'all. Talk about if you put your baby daddy on child support, they'll be claiming the kids on taxes. Man, I ain't even been able to claim my own kids on taxes for the past 4 years. Please figure it out. And this is the thing, you put your damn self on child support. The hell? You put yourself on child support. I was trying to pay for you to go get a DNA test thinking you had something to do with the baby in the beginning. Oh, DNA, I popped her out, she looked just damn like him. And then all of a sudden he just disappeared off the face of the earth, didn't talk to him for 2 years. And I was like, fuck it, maybe if I go get a DNA test, it'll have something to do with my daughter. No, oh God, I didn't know they was going to go for child support. And then when we went to court that day, they were like, yeah, we're going to put him on child support. I'm like, no, because I knew it'd piss his ass off. He thought that's all I wanted was his money. Clay, I love you, but damn, bro. So anyways, yeah, he going to send me that message, hee, ha, ha, hee, ha, 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 psh. Really, bro? Like, dude, come get her every other weekend, and I'll give you the damn card. Come get my child every other weekend, I will give you that card. You can have it back. Every other weekend. Not even full time. Come get my child every other weekend. I'm going to hand you that child support card. Checkmate, you're it.
Chick was cracking me up. So, chat, what do you guys think about this? We've got some older guys here. We've got some younger guys here as well. What do you guys think about that? Do you think this is fair? Do you think this is unfair? Do you think it's good? The one thing that I do think is good that is coming from this is that child support laws are being changed, which is what needs to happen. They have been really bad for a long time, where men get locked down, they have to pay for children. Sometimes they got to pay for kids that aren't even theirs. So I think this is good. I think this is a very good thing. I think if a woman can opt out of having the child, a man should be able to legally opt out of monetarily supporting the child or financially supporting the child. Do you agree with that, chat? Because it's all about a choice. But I hope stuff like this actually pushes people to stay together. I hope it pushes people to not be single parents, not be single moms, not be single dads. I hope it promotes more of a unity between men and women and it gives them more disadvantages than advantages when it comes to having children out of wedlock. Because right now, there's more advantages to having more kids out of wedlock. A woman that has 6 kids and 6 baby daddies makes more money than a woman with 6 kids and 1 baby daddy. So the system's kind of rigged. Some of these conversations need to be had, and I think it's about time that we start having these conversations, because if we don't, really nothing's ever going to change, and men are always just going to be on child support, and they're really not going to get any incentives for it. Loki, does somebody want some jerky? Free? Sit. Wait. Free. Reach. Free. You got to reach for it. Go to your place. Oh my gosh. Bro, here's some clips I want to show you guys from the Twitter. Dude, this guy right here. Actually, okay. Which one should we do first? All right, this chick right here. This chick right here. This one's cracking me up, bro.
I got told before that I am intimidating to guys. And like, what am I supposed to do with that information?
Bruh, she looked like an eggplant.
What am I
Looked like her daddy was on VeggieTales.
saying? Am I supposed to change? Because why would I change who I am? They're like, you're not approachable. Oh, is that a me problem or a you problem?
That's a you problem.
Because maybe you just catch me at the wrong moments, or maybe, like when I'm laughing and smiling, this is really hot, but we're gonna ignore that. Am I unapproachable then? Is it just
Got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place.
because you were catch me when I'm busy and I look serious because I'm focusing on doing something? Like,
This is what cracks me up, is a lot of these modern women think that they're never the problem. This is why it's so hard for women to take criticism, because they take everything so personally. When you give them a criticism, they think you're attacking their personality and who they are. And they just get so booty hurt. And this chick right here, like, some of you ladies just aren't approachable. And that is a you thing. If you're not approachable, it's a you thing. It means you're not friendly, you're not feminine. Nobody can come up and just have a casual conversation with you. That's a problem. And here's another revelation here. Sometimes you girls have trash personalities. Crazy to think, right? Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just throwing rocks, and if it hits you, holla. Some of you ladies just don't have a good personality, and it's like, sometimes you need to go work on that. You need to go work on being a good person who's open-minded, who's understanding, who's empathetic, who can sit there and have a conversation, not just talk about themselves. Sometimes you need a little bit of personal growth, and I think a lot of these women, they grow up, they become an adult, and they think, oh, I got it figured out. I'm an adult now. I'll pay my own bills. I've got everything figured out. My personality's good. I dress well. I'm likable. When in reality, you're not likable. Nobody likes you. It's why you don't have any friends. It's just the lack of self-awareness. This is why I always say, women change their environment to fit their mindset. Men change their mindset to fit their environment. Women will just surround themselves with yes women. You've heard of yes men, but they'll surround themselves with yes women. Girls that just echo the same sentiments that they've always had. Yes, queen, just do your thing. Yes, queen, you're worth it. Yes, queen, know your worth. Don't worry about him. He needs to step up. Instead of what guys do, guys berate each other and they go, you know what? I got to change my mindset to fit my environment. I'm not happy with my circumstances. I need to look in the mirror, because life is a mirror, not a window, and I need to change the things that I'm seeing right now. Women just don't do that. They find other women that are lonely and sad just like them. And us as men,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
we don't have time for that. We have to step up and be the leaders. That's why I say, like, if you're not happy with where you're at in your life, you're not happy with your relationships, you're not happy with your friendships, you got to take a look in the mirror, bro. Because like I always say, life is a mirror, not a window. And if you're not happy with the way your family's being led, you have to be the pinnacle of everything in your family. You have to be the strongest, the most hardworking. You have to be the most consistent. You have to have the routine. You have to have the highest standards, because if you're the man of the house, you have to be the leader. Everybody else is going to be a follower in that sense. So you have to lead in a certain way where other people want to follow. And a good leader is strong, kind, compassionate, compelling, motivating, all these things. These things aren't built overnight, though. You have to sit there and work on these things. Read books, become a better person, work on self-help, go to the gym, eat a better diet. You know, maybe even find a religion that helps you lead a certain life. I don't think you have to have religion. I think it could be good, but you don't have to have it. But It's just crazy to me that a lot of these women lack so much self-awareness that they think, oh, I'm just the best thing that's ever graced this, this green earth, and that it's everybody else. It's the victim Olympics. Everybody wants to blame everyone else for their own circumstances, and it's like, you live in the greatest country ever, the United States. You live in America. There's so much opportunity here. If you're not happy with where you're at, just go change something. You don't make enough money, go learn a high-income skill. You're not in a good relationship, go date around casually so you can find somebody that actually aligns with your interests. And if you feel like people don't like you, try to be more approachable. Try to be nicer. Try to be kinder. Try to be more open-minded. And the thing is, ladies, is the more beat you are, the better your personality got to be. Same thing with guys. If you're an ugly dude, you're overweight, your personality better be shining, brother, man, because if not, no girls want to talk to you. That's why I think in your early years, like 18 to 25, 26, even earlier than that, you really need to work on your personality, because your personality is one of those things that's really hard to grow and to like learn and do more with as you get older. You can go change your body in like 2 years, be the age of 28 to 30, and you could be ripped in the best shape of your life. But when you're young is when you need to form a good personality. It's much harder to do that in your later life. Go get a good personality. Go be approachable. Be extroverted. Go fail forward. Go learn a lot. Go meet a lot of people. Go do things out of your comfort zone so you can start being comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what I did, and it worked out for me. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Loki, did you have a good time? He's like, Dad, I just want more jerky. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the ebooks. They're all in the link in the description. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.